Here with wide receiver Davante Adams. Davante, 9 catches, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns. What was working specifically between you and your quarterback today?
Well, it wasn't working in the first half. We couldn't really figure it out. I had to drop over the middle there. So we just had to regroup at halftime, figure out what we need to get to, things that have made us, and got a few opportunities and finally got to capitalize on them. So it was a good way to finish.
Obviously, the good side of a one-score game today. That last drive, what about the sideline catch was going through your mind when you know you have to contort your body?
Nothing. Those are the best plays when nothing's going on in your head and you just kind of on autopilot in a good way, and thank God I had made a few plays before that, which kind of got me in the groove, and a great place ball, not the easiest one to catch all the time, but me and God figured it out and got to pull it in.
For a game like this, to be on the right side of a one-score game, just how nice is it to finally be able to say that?
Oh, my God. I feel like since I've been here, we've been right there, and so many times just those small little chances right there, we didn't come out on the right side. Those are the differences between, being a horrible team and a great team. So it's good to be on the right side of it this time.
What do you think about your quarterback having 40 rushing yards today?
Yeah, that might be a career high. I don't know. That was good. It's good to see my guy mobile again. Obviously, having a hammy earlier in the year, wasn't able to be as, young as he'd like to be. But moving around like that, extending plays, it's fun to watch, fun to see him, have a little bit of energy getting up and swagging it out too. So it was fun.
Here with cornerback Quantez Stiggers. First of all, let's just start with this. How nice does it feel to finally get the monkey off the back and get a win tonight?
It's a blessing, man. We've been doing everything right. The preparation at practice this week was good, and we finally came out here and displayed it and got a dub.
For you, how did it feel to start?
It's a blessing, man. Like the journey I've been on to get here, and been able to start in my first NFL game. I just give all glory to God.
I know you're going to have to watch the film to fully evaluate yourself, but what's kind of your first reaction on how you played?
I feel like I played good. I feel like I tackled really well. I feel like I was real sticky in coverage. Later in the game, I know I had got like a little under route. I gotta be, more. I gotta have more football intelligence to figure out what's going on and meet them over top and make that tackle.
So for you, I noticed that not only are you playing defense, also starting gunner at times.
Yep.
What was the rotation like for you, and how hard is that to balance?
It ain't hard. It ain't hard at all. Wherever they need me, I'm a ball. Like I go out there on defense, make a tackle. They need me to run out on special teams, I can do that. Need me to block on kickoff return, I'll do that too. So whatever they need, I'm gonna be there.
What about your skill set matches up well on special teams?
Yep. Just being versatile, knowing what I'm able to do, like what type of skill set I got, being able to, being fast, being able to tackle, not being scared to hit, and, and just being a football junkie.
I talked to Olu Fashanu, kind of a similar thing. He's talking about learning from veterans.
Yeah.
For you, learning from DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner for the majority of this year.
Yep.
What's your biggest takeaway from them that you were able to apply today?
The crazy part, me and Sauce just had like a 10-minute, not a 10-minute, but a 5-minute conversation in the locker room. Because you remember the first game, he got them 2 pass interferences, and then he came and got the game with an interception. So he was basically saying, like, when adversity hit, what you going to do with it? Like, like my story of how I got here, I could have been gave up, but I didn't. So it doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish.
How much more does a game like this, for you to start, fuel your fire?
Oh, man, this is just the beginning. I feel like one day I'm going to be a starter in the NFL. This year I just been learning behind the guys in front of me like Sauce, DJ, Michael Carter, and Io. But, for the years to come, I'm going to be a starting corner in the NFL.
Awesome, Quantez. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ashton, one of the biggest plays of the game right at the start. Fake punt. Did you know it was coming?
Yeah, we had it called. Boyer told me to make a good decision. Felt like I had it, so you saw the rest, I guess.
Is that your call?
He gave me the keys a little bit. He just said make a good decision, and felt like we had something there and kept it on, made a play.
When you make a play like that early in a game, it leads to a touchdown. Your team obviously has been struggling of late. What kind of a spark is that to the sideline, to the offense, just to the team overall? I mean, credits
to Coach Boyer for having the trust in our unit to be able to call things like that. And I mean, it feels good. I'm just doing my job though. I'm just doing my job.
And you have to do that as well in a banged up defense, right? I mean, it is a mash unit back in that defensive secondary. How about you and all you're now being called upon to do, and guys like Quantez Stiggers and Tony Adams and everything that's being asked of all of the guys at the back end of your defense with all the injuries?
Yeah, I think it's a credit to Coach Brick and Coach M, T.O., everybody. They do a good job preparing all of us, not just the starters. So And, we have a group of good guys that really get it, and they practice hard, and they're ready for whoever we throw in there. So credit to them. Chef, too. Chef, JBC, all those guys stepped up today. I'm proud of all of them.
You're out here with me. What's it like in that locker room, though? It must feel pretty good, right, to get a win like this?
It does. It feels great. We love to make it close for some reason, but, we'll love to get one. It's good. It's a good feeling.
Here with Sauce Gardner. Sauce, how nice was it? Or first of all, let's start with what's going through your mind as you see the ball coming your way at the end of the game for the game-sealing interception?
They ran like a scissors concept, so I was trying to bait him to throw it. And I'm like, he really threw it. So that's just going through my mind. I'm like, hey, the ball taking a minute to get here. Like, do I want to go get it? Do I want to chill? Like, what do I want to do? And, man, I caught the pick, sealed the game, gave the game ball to my mom, and, man, it was just a blessing because it's been a long time for me. I haven't caught a pick since my rookie year. That's just the reality. It don't matter how many targets I had last year, this year, none of that. The reality is that I haven't caught a pick since my rookie year, so, it's definitely a surreal feeling.
I was just talking to Quantez, and he was mentioning how you had a conversation with him about battling back through adversity in the game after a couple PIs. Just what's your mentality throughout the game as you deal with that adversity?
If you watch my tape, I play very aggressive. And the receivers who watch my tape, they're like, okay, I got to be aggressive with him as well. The thing about, football, they're going to see more of the defender than the offensive guy, so I'm always going to play physical. I'm always going to play physical. That's my game. That helps me. I know I got good speed, but, my length, I got great length, so I got to be able to utilize it.
I feel like for a couple of years now we've been talking about what this offense could be like with Aaron full force. To be able to watch from the sideline Aaron orchestrate a 7-play, 70-yard game-winning drive, just how much does that excite you as a defense, and how nice was it to finally see it happen?
And it was very nice. Aaron always, for the most part, he do enough to win the game, but if it's not to win the game, it's enough to make us go out there for us to win the game. You know what I'm saying? So he always makes sure he's playing complimentary football, and this is just one of those situations where we're like, but we can't let this happen again. We can't let him have a phenomenal game like he just had a phenomenal drive and still find a way to lose. We just can't let that happen. Sherwood was talking to me. We always on the same page. We did our thing. You know what I'm saying?
For the majority of the first half, this defense was bend but don't break. What changes in the red zone for you?
Man, the red zone, we definitely can't. We don't even want to bend in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep fighting. We got to be strong. When it comes to the red zone, that's definitely crunch time. That's one of those be your best when your best required moments as well, not just 2 minutes or in the game. So, man, it's a blessing.
Last question for you. I know it's the same guy, different uniform, but was it nice to finally be able to say that you beat Mac Jones?
Oh, yeah, we didn't beat him. We haven't beat him since when he was New England. Oh, yeah, it definitely is great, man. I remember we had our little situation, He did some things that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? But it is great to be able to say we beat him. When I think of Mac Jones, I think of a guy that loves football, but he just always be finding a way to win, and it just irks me sometimes. But for us to be able to get that win, man, it's great. They have a pretty good team over there. Brian Thomas, he did a pretty good job, And he basically said I was going to have to prepare for him this week, not the other way around. So I guess you could say I prepared for him,
Awesome, Sauce. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Appreciate you.